So who's ready for tonight's session, guys? Sinong ready for tonight's session? And for tonight, I'm so excited. I invited for tonight session ng Hero 30. So ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, allow me to introduce to you guys our lead coach in the community, Coach MJ Canoy. Coach MJ, thank you so much. Welcome.
Hi guys, ayan. Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much, Coach Nars. It's a privilege. Guys, welcome to our session 2. Alright, guys, I welcome you to our Hero 30 session 2. Then again, guys, I want to encourage you on this quote, no? Sabi ni Epictetus, the great philosopher, sabi niya, it is impossible to learn that which one thinks one already knows. Ibig sabihin nun, Coach Nosebleed naman. Ibig sabihin nun, guys, is you can't learn if you think you already know. What I want you to do is have the willingness to learn again. Yun yung pinakamagandang attitude, character na madedevelop natin, hindi lang sa trading, even in life. Once you have that thirst and hunger to learn, yung tipong kahit 10 beses mo na napanood yung video na to, iba pa din yung hugot mo na panoorin siya. I tell you, what we are doing is, pag may mga coaches na discuss na to, always have an open heart, no? Iwasan natin yung pagiging AKNY. Ano yun? Acne. Alam ko na yan, coach. Na-discuss na yan ni Coach Nars. Alam ko na yan. Nasabi na yan ni Coach Mars. Alam mo guys, if you always have that kind of attitude, I tell you, okay naman yun na alam mo na, no? Pero it's nice na ma-review mo pa din. In life, di ba, nagkakaproblema tayo mag-level up kasi it's like wala nang room for us to learn. Wala nang room for us to grow, no? Kasi sabi nga, you cannot learn if you think you already know. So always have that mindset that you're a beginner, that you are still starting. Kasi pag ganyan yung attitude mo, para kang sponge, na-absorb mo lahat. Okay? So, iwas-iwas tayo dyan. Walang ganyan sa community natin, ha? Alright, so guys, just to at least remind you, no, kung sino ba yung speak tonight, yung background ko, is this, no? However, yung sa tagal ko sa forex trading, guys, just like you, na-scam, siguro, I don't know kung ano yung reason, pero yun po yung isa sa pinaka naging blessing in disguise sa akin, no? Nangyari sa akin, 2017, 2018, naimbita ako ng isang kakilala ko na sabi sa akin na may kakilalang forex trader na magaling daw, na mag-i-invest lang sa kanya, only to find out, no, na okay pa sa simula, pero ang nangyari is naging scam. So, bakit hindi maganda yung pangyayari na yon? Simply because, ginawa ko si forex trading na get rich quick scheme. Okay? Kaya sa mga andito, please lang, no? Huwag nating gawing easy money si forex trading. Huwag natin siyang gawing get rich quick scheme. Huwag natin siyang gawing patulog ka lang, yayaman ka na kinabukasan. Kasi yun talaga yung pinakamalaking pagkakamali ko. And I don't want you to experience that kind of burden again. So this time, let's be smart, let's be wiser. Kaya I just wanna share with you guys na maganda na ang goal natin dito is talagang matuto. Okay? Huwag mong ipamigay yung pera mo sa ibang tao. No, maganda dito, ikaw mismo mag-trade sa sarili mo para ikaw yung matuto. Mag-loss man yan, okay lang. Kasi ang importante, natuto ka. Kaysa yung ibang tao, nawaldas yung pera mo, ang natutunan mo is umiyak na lang at wag nang mag-invest. Diba? So guys, I encourage you, makinig ka ng mabuti, mag-learn tayo dito at mag-enjoy. Okay? So disclaimer lang, ulitin lang din namin, paulit-ulit. No? Dito guys, high risk, high reward to. There is no such thing as sure ball 101%. Kasi dito, may kita nyo, may mga kakilala kayo or nasa community, kumikita na ng malaki. May iba din, may losses. Depende din. But what I would like you to focus on is your personal growth. Okay? Kaya this time, tama yung mindset natin na may proseso siya. There is process. So wag natin i-mindset yung sarili natin na jackpot to, swertehan lang. There is no such thing. Kasi this will focus more on how you perform, how you are learning, gaano ka invested sa ginagawa mo. Okay? So hindi tayo nagpa-promise dito na right after na matapos yung Hero 30, yayaman tayong lahat. Wala po, okay? Hindi namin sinasabi na coaches dito, mag-forex ka, yayaman ka. there is no such thing. At the end of the day, magmamatter on how you approach or gaano ka ka-invested again sa ginagawa mo dito sa community natin. Now, ano ba yung mga pag-uusapan natin? Overview lang guys ha, lalo na sa mga bago and sa mga narinig na to, again, refresher, ano si Forex trading, ano yung mga terminologies para hindi ka na malilito. Once you hear those words, at least familiar ka na, di ba? Hindi yung question mark ka pa, ano sinasabi ni coach, di ba? Ito yung pinaka-foundations that we want you to understand para later on, mas mag-sink in siya, no? Types of trading and ano yung mga apps na legit and yung platform na ginagamit natin wherein dun tayo nag-execute. Okay? Pero somehow, nami-miss out nila. Kaya, take notes. Okay? So, eto, pag-usapan muna natin to. Kasi, mahirap guys, pumasok sa isang bagay na ikaw personally, hindi ka dalawang isip. Na-try nyo yun guys, na pumasok ka sa isang bagay, hindi mo naintindihan, parang hindi ka all out. Hindi ka full out yung term. Hindi ka full out. Ano lang, kasi hindi ka mismo well-oriented. So, pag may nagsabi sa'yo, scam yan si Forex, naniniwala ka, ay, scam pala yun, sayang yung binayad ko sa ano ko na yun, ay, scam pa si Forex, ay, naku, bawal sa religion namin, di ba? So, pag yung mga misconceptions na yan, hindi natin na-update, no? Misconceptions kasi mga maling pagkakaintindi sa isang bagay, 'di ba? So, if hindi natin na-update 'yan, chances are kahit ginagawa mong mag-aral, magtataka ka, hindi mo mag-gets-gets kasi ikaw personally, meron kang doubt, 'di ba? May mga ganyan ba? Number one mistake ko is si crypto. Ay, na-miss out mo yung chance na aralin sa 101%. Okay? Yan. Now, again, ulitin ko. Ang nangyari kasi doon, guys, if hindi natin i-update ulit, no? If hindi natin i-update yung mga misconceptions na yan, hindi natin siya 101% na maaaral. No? Kasi may doubt, may fears, pagsabihan ka lang na scam o sugal, parang madadala ka din sa sasabihin ng ibang tao. Instead, we can be a bearer of light and salt to them na tayo yung mag-educate. Ang ending, tayo pa yung nakukonvince sa kanila, ay, scam talaga to, sugal talaga to. Nako po, no? Kung yan pa lang, kailangan alamin muna natin. So, scam ba talaga si Forex? Sugal ba si Forex? Okay. Now, number one, guys. Okay, si Forex po, if wala po si Forex, wala pong economy. Hindi po mag-workout yung economy ng every country. Okay? Para siyang old school, guys, na barter system ng pera. So, ang nangyari lang, this time, nag-level up, naging high-tech. So, yun yung kinagamit sa mga cross-border transactions, lalo ng mga big companies. Guys, I was in Marina Bay Sands a while ago. Sa mga taga Singapore or sa mga nasa iba't ibang bansa, kahit sa BGC guys or sa Cebu, makikita niyo yung sobrang malalaking building. Kitang-kita ko guys yung JP Morgan, Citibank, Dutch Bank. So, na-amaze ako sobra kasi these banks, these financial institutions are part of the Forex trading market. Ito sila yung mga malalaking kumpanya na sobrang yayaman kasi naintindihan nila sobra on how Forex trading works. And tayo guys, kukurot lang tayo doon. Okay? Again, it's the buying of selling of currencies. Number two, now, sa sugal kasi guys, what I want you to understand, being on the, may mga IT dito, di ba? Ang pinaka-problema doon is, wala siyang strategy. Purely based on luck. Si Forex kasi strategic risk. Okay? May data on the economy, may data sa volumes. That means hindi siya swertehan. May basis siya, may analysis siya sa market. However, nagiging sugal si Forex pag ginawa mo siyang milking cow agad-agad. Pag nagmamadali ka sobra, na to the point na wala ka ng strategic risk, ang ginawa mo is high risk ka na agad. Talagang gusto mo na yumaman agad. Doon nagiging sugal si Forex. Okay? Dalawa kasi siya. So, this time guys, i-update natin yung mga data natin. Okay, hindi pala scam si Forex. Number 2, hindi sugal si Forex kasi may analysis. At the same time, iwasan natin gawin siyang sugal. Okay? Kasi pwede siyang gawing sugal kung sobrang nagmamadali ka. Yung tipong hindi pa tapos ang Hero 30, no? Or hindi pa nagsabi si Coach Nars na, oh sige, mag-live ka na. Session 2 pa lang, sobrang na-excite ka na. Nag-live ka na agad. Naku po, super duper high risk yun. Wait for Coach Nars to tell you when to go to na kailangan ka nang mag-live. Okay? Okay, may time. Okay, what is forex trading by the way? So forex guys, this is the abbreviation galing po foreign exchange. Global marketplace for buying and selling of currency. So it's also known as currency market or forex. So again, every country have a specific currency. Okay? From sa US, no? USD. Okay, now moving on. Alam nyo ba guys, si forex kasi, magkakapatid yan, magpipinsan yan. Narinig nyo na si stock trading, okay? Narinig nyo na si crypto trading, okay? Narinig nyo na yung treasury or bonds, yung pinapautang natin yung government natin, no? Forex trading. Amongst all guys, ang pinakamalaki dyan is si forex. Nasa around 7.5 trillions of dollars are traded every single day. Araw-araw, okay? Ganun siya kalaki. Even beyond crypto, even beyond stock trading. So what I want you to understand, hindi natin kukunin yung pera na 7.5 trillion dollars, di ba? Ang gagawin lang natin is kukurot lang tayo. Being a retail trader, kukurot lang tayo, guys, no? Kasi yun yung natin, nakikisabay tayo. If we can't beat them, no, let's join them. Kurot tayo konti. Now, again guys, ito yung traditional way, no? Na pagpapasok ka ng Philippines, you cannot use your USD. Yung sobra kong SGD, hindi ko siya magagamit sa Philippines. I need to exchange it, okay? And same time, pupunta ako dito, no? Magko-convert ako ng SGD kasi hindi pwede yung pera dito from the Philippines. So that certain difference amount, that's where we earn money. That's where the banks earn money. That's where the currency exchange earns money. Okay? And that small income, guys, or that small earning, pag malakihan, pag volume kasi yan, malaki din yan. Now, parang ganito. If you have bought 100 USD or meron kang 100 USD at that time na 57 pesos pa si US dollars, ngayon nasa 58 na, that means from 5,700 to 5,800, meron kang magkano? 1 peso kasi yung jump, di ba? So, kung meron kang 100, meron kang $100. What if, guys, at that time, meron kang $1 million? Yung $1 million mo, imaginein mo, meron ka ding magkano nun? 1 peso lang na lift. Sobrang laki na din nun, di ba? So, dito guys, hindi lang physical money yung hawak natin. Ang kagandahan is nasa online na din yung pera. Hindi ka na dadaan sa bangko para mag-deposit kasi pwede ka nang mag-GCash, Maya, GoTime, 'di ba? So at least madalian na siya. Hindi ka na magdadala ng pera, mano-mano mong papalitan. So everything is already accessible. Pero I am just discussing you yung pinaka-basic. Forex terminologies to remember guys. Pag-usapan naman natin tong mga bagay-bagay na to. Okay? Now, sino ba yung bakit ba 7.5 trillion dollars yung nasa pera ng market sa forex trading? Kasi tataka ka, coach, kung ako nagtitrade, ang dami sigurong tao nagtitrade, no? Sa forex. Possible. But it's not how many people, but who are these people who does trading? And you will be amazed. Will be really amazed, guys. Kasi tayo, we are called as retail traders, individual traders. Tayo yung retail traders, no? So, individual traders tayo. Okay? So, ayan. So, apat siya, guys. We have the forex brokers, we have the institutional traders, the retail traders, the liquidity providers. Alright. Now, sino ba to sila? So, I'll give you some breakdown data para at least meron kayong idea. Pag nakikita nito, kaya nga sabi ko JP Morgan, Dutch Bank, no? Yung mga traders dyan, nako po, sobrang nakakakilabot na siguro because these are the high-level traders din, no? So, yung mga institutional traders, guys, sino ba sila? Okay, institutional traders, these are the big banks, hedge funds, governments, no? So, overall sa market, 90% ng trading volume sa 7.5 trillions, guys, it's because of this institutional traders. So, yung sino ba to sila? Sabi ko nga, Citibank, JP Morgan, Dutch Bank, Goldman Sachs. Ito yung tinatawag nila guys na if you've heard about the term whales. These are the whales. No, when they move guys, pag ito sila, nag-move sila, they make buy, they sell, they do trade, waves happen. No? And tayo as retail traders, a small fish in the very large ocean, nafe-feel natin yung impact. Okay? So, yun yung mga nangyari pag nag-move ang mga whales, sila yung rason dyan. Yun yung mga terms na yan. Okay? Para medyo alam din natin. Okay? So, number 2, liquidity providers. Somehow, they are not the market kasi sobrang dami naman. Ito naman yung apat. Pero, they control mostly 90% of the market. Okay? So, sila yung sobrang daming pera dyan. The liquidity providers naman, guys, are the tier 1 banks, large financial institutions that supply, buy, and sell pa din. Okay? So, kung walang sila, walang other side sa trade. No? So, each one, meron siyang ambag sa market. Okay, so ito yung mga Barclays, UBS, so marami yan sila. So next, Forex brokers. Sino yung mga Forex brokers? Ito na yung VT markets. Ayan, marami yan guys. Pero of course, no, so far we are really happy with their services since we have a dedicated account manager. When you say dedicated account manager guys, ang ganda lang kasi with VT markets. Pero hindi kami guys na talagang si lang kay VT talaga again and again we would appreciate it. Why? At least safety yung pera nyo, at least alam din natin na kung may mga concerns kayo matutulungan namin kayo, kasi pag iba yan guys, baka chances are email lang talaga, support lang ang magagawa namin. But with VT markets, ang kagandahan lang is we can contact directly on the back end. Hindi yung tipong mag-i-email ka lang o gagawin natin dyan, contact tayo sa back end pag hindi talaga kaya maayos. May mga ganun, lalo na yung malalaki yung withdrawals, millions talaga, tinuturuan ng mga nasa back end na ito yung gawin mo para hindi tayo maamla, no? Which is very good. And sino ba to sila? They act as bridge between retail traders and liquidity providers. Trivia lang guys. Did you know on the early 90s, hindi allowed ang individual traders. Hindi tayo allowed. Ako, ikaw, hindi tayo allowed. Okay? Now, bakit? Kailangan ng sobrang laking pera bago ka pumasok dun. Kaya napaka-bless natin kasi naabutan natin yung panahon na pwede na tayo makapasok. It was just on the late 90s to early 2000 when forex brokers get inside, dun tayo nabigyan ng chance. Kaya guys, dumadaan tayo sa VT markets kasi sila yung nagbibigay ng pera doon sa market mismo. Sila yung parang bangko natin doon na makapasok tayo sa market. Kaya napaka-bless natin kasi this time nabigyan tayo ng chance dahil sa kanila. Okay? However, with that, no, dahil din sa parang naging middleman sila . So dahil din malaki yung ambag nila sa market, they also earn from spreads and commission. So, of course guys, sabihin mo sa akin, may mga commission, may mga fees. Guys, napakaliit lang naman. Pero, tingnan mo kung magkano yung pwedeng bumalik sa'yo. Now, retail traders, ito na. This is you and me, no? And did you know, around 6.8% of daily forex volume dahil po sa atin. Small, maliit compared sa malalaking institutions, no? However, we are growing fast because of online platforms, no? So, often, nagtitrade tayo dahil sa side income and lifestyle freedom. Yun yung pinakagusto ko, guys. Very doable siya. Na kahit saan ka man parte sa mundo, pwede kang mag-enjoy. What I want you to understand and what I want you to appreciate is with the right knowledge, kahit maliit lang tayo na isda, we can still ride the waves of the waves. Pwede natin silang sabayan. Hindi man billion of dollars, trillions of dollars yung kinukurot natin sa market, but it's really good to know na if we can't beat them, let's join them. Kukurot lang tayo doon. Okay? Diba? Yun yung opportunity na nabigay sa atin. Kaya napakaswerte natin, napaka-blessed natin. Diba? Kahit saan ka man sa mundo, magbakasyon ka, pwede kang merong, pwede mong i-analyze yung market at the same time, you earn out from it. Okay? Kita natin, no? We have 4 types of trading, guys, no? We have the scalper or scalping trading, day trading, swing trading, position trading. different types of trading. Pero when you say scalper, that's referring to you, your lifestyle as a trader. Day trader, swing trader, and position trader. Okay. Now, this will give you a guide on what kind of trader you wanna be. Or maybe, ma-appreciate nyo muna magsimula sa ganitong kind of trader, then later on, mag-a-update kayo or mag-a-upgrade kayo, no? So, ganun naman talaga eh. However, guys, i-define muna natin ang different kinds of trading. Okay? Sa scalping, okay? How does this work? Ang pagiging scalper, guys, when you do this scalping, no? Ultra short term lang yung strategy na yun or yung approach natin. Wherein, as traders, we hold seconds to minutes lang. Tama yung narinig nyo. Magte-trade ka ng seconds to minutes lang. It requires speed and focus. Okay? Mabilisan lang talaga, guys. Yun yung pinaka nagustuhan ko na sabi ko, meron pala to. Kailangan pala na isang araw akong nanonood sa chart. So that's one approach you can do. Okay? 5 to 10 minutes lang. Out ka na. You go back to your life. No? Naka $700 ka na. Or siguro habang nagsisimula ka, naka $10 ka na. Labas ka na sa market. You go back with your life. Trabaho ka na. Mag-badminton ka na. Maging ama ka, maging ina ka. You enjoy your day. Pwede yun. Okay? Sa day trading, guys, traders open and close positions within the same day. Ito na yung sinasabi natin na may mga traders na para silang clock in, clock out din. Na most of their trades is nagiging isang araw na. Okay? So, kailangan lang talaga ng disiplina and daily screen time. Kasi din na maging ganito kung gusto mo talaga mag-focus na sa trading. No? So, wala naman ding problema if scalper ka or day trader ka. Marami din scalper, day trader. Usually, guys, sa day trading, these are traders who trades in the morning until before the market closes. So, 8 to 5, ganyan, or 4 hours and above talagang nakafocus, nakatutok sa trades nila sa market nila. Okay? Now, sa swing trading naman, guys, traders hold positions for days to weeks. So, eto, guys, konti lang yung trade nila. Okay? Two trades lang for the week, pero malakihan yung lot size nila. But it needs less stress, fewer trades, but needs patience. Okay? Number 4, position trading. Long-term trades. Last weeks. Ang trades, guys, naglalast weeks, months, even years. And who are these kind of traders? These are the institutional traders, guys. Most of them, ito yung sobrang malaki yung pera sa market na hindi sila natatakot na hindi nila i-move yung position nila. So, they focus more on fundamentals, lalo na pag may mga news, dun sila kumikita ng malaki talaga sa big market cycles. Okay? Eto, anong requirement nito? Sobrang patient, sobra. Strong conviction, and super duper big capital. Now, question, guys. Upon this kind of traders or trading style, which do you think is fit sa lifestyle mo? Again, guys, hindi kailangan mong i-push yung sarili mo agad na maging position trader, maging swing trader. What you do is, you can start from here and then level up here. Okay? You can do that. But it does not mean na swing trade ka, mas magaling ka sa scalper. No. Now, swing trader usually naglalast yung weeks yung trade nila. So, they position early on before the market ends on Friday, mag-close on Friday, kino-close na nila yon. So, yan, hindi yan sila overnight put ng position on the weekends, no? Ito yung mga time na mga sessions in the Philippine setting siya. Okay? Ito, yung Tokyo session is from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay? Pagdating naman ng 3 p.m. to 12 midnight, doon na pumapasok si London. And si US session is 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Okay? Pero guys, right now, since may nag-move na yung DST, I believe, di ba? Anong explanation nun, sorry. Daily saving time, 10:30 na siya nag-open. Okay? Now, what happens to this? Bakit siya kailangan mong intindihin? May ano pala pa to guys, hindi natin nalagay. Ano yung na-miss out natin dito na trading session? Isa sa natin, basis. May Tokyo, may London, may New York. Ano pa yung isa? The Sydney or Australian session starts at around 5 to 6 a.m. ends at 2 p.m. Okay. Bakit siya nagiging 24 hours ang market except for the weekend? Kasi guys, may tinatawag tayo na overlap, di ba? After matapos mag-close ng session na to, papasok na naman to. So may option ka kung saan ano yung iti-trade mo. But hindi mo necessary iti-trade lahat ng pairs. Isa yan sa pinaka mali natin. Choose the pair where you are most comfortable with na alam mo yung movement nila. Okay? And yung best time usually na mag-trade ka is yung mga time na very volatile. Yung up and down, especially for scalpers, maganda yung movement ba? Yung tipong aakyat, bababa. Kitang-kita mo, hindi yung ranging lang, ganun lang, maliit lang. Hindi mo nakikita masyado yung movement. Huwag doon. Ang maganda, aakyat, bababa, yung mga malalaki, yung mga candlestick talaga, yung movement nila. Tapos, hindi yung ganun lang, yung parang steady lang. Okay, hindi lumalabas yung mga, hinihintay kasi natin yan guys, lumabas siya sa supply and demand or support and resistance niya, yung current na bounce niya sa mga amount ng price. Pag lalabas yan, yun yung gusto natin. Pag mag-breakout yan, yun yung hinihintay mostly natin. So, good thing is yung overlap. Doon mostly best yung volatility. Okay? Most active overlaps, no? Ito, reminder. Mostly sa London and New York overlap. London and New York overlap. Usually yan guys, mga 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. Kaya magtataka kayo bakit si Abdallah 10:30 p.m. siya nagtitrade kasi yun yung overlap ng London and US session. Okay? So, ang nangyayari niyan, pagpasok niyan, ang daming mga trades na nakaposition na boom, either mag-up na yan o magsisell na yan. Naka-ready na kasi yung mga traders dyan. Okay? So, magte-trade na sila simula. Sa Tokyo naman and London, usually 3 to 4. Okay? Sydney and Tokyo overlap 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, yung mga overlap na yan guys, may kita nyo iba yung movement ng market. And for scalpers, we love that. So, yung volatility, gusto natin sabayan yan. Okay? What do we trade in Forex? Meron tayong currencies, meron tayong shares, indices, interest rates yan, sinasabi ko sa commodities and bonds. So, sa trading guys, ito yung major currency pairings here. USD, mostly paired with USD as you notice. Why? Bakit siya ito? Mostly kasi ito yung may given data na talaga guys. Ito yung most traded talaga. Kasi liquid sila, yung available information, pwede mo rin ma-research about what's going on in their health economy. Tapos yung movement nila, stable and predictable. Okay? Pero guys, dagdag ko na lang konti din. Okay? Now, moving backwards tayo konti. Okay? Now, dito kasi Forex, ito yon. Kaya close to pag weekends. Pero meron tayong crypto paired with currency, which is nakikita nyo guys, BTC against USD. Okay? So, yun yung mga tinitrade din natin. Si commodities naman, sino yung pinaka, natin? Ano yung mga commodities? Ano ba yung tinitrade pa natin na iba? Ayan, gold. So, pwede pala sa commodity, MJ, pwede gold? Yes. Silver? Yes. Oil? Yes. Ayan. Yan, pwede yan. Sa indices naman guys, andyan si US 30. Yan. So, medyo at least, di ba, napafamiliar na kayo. So, hindi siya forex pair, but it's commodity paired with currency. Okay? So, yan yung, ang currencies, ito siya. This is the heart of the currencies. No? So, yan siya. Ito yung pinakamalaki talaga. Alright? So, moving forward. Okay. Now, guys, konting din. Ito. Mostly nakikita natin to. Ito yung mga currency pairs. How do we understand this? Okay? Now, si Euro USD, okay, nakita natin, ito yung base na currency, ito yung quote na currency. Okay? Yung base currency, no, ito yung currency na ginagamit mo when you are buying that against, no, sa trade ng forex pair. Okay? Ito naman si quote, ito yung binibenta, ito yung selling. Now, para mas maintindihan nyo, okay? Now, di ba pair siya? Ito yung kanina. Okay? Ito yung pair. Okay? Now, anong nangyayari dyan? Para siyang tag of war. Kung sino yung maganda yung takbo ng economy nila, yung yung data ng certain country na yan or yung malakas ba yung currency nila, di ba? Pag maganda yung takbo ng euro, tapos bumababa si USD, nakikita nyo dyan guys, tumataas yung market. Kaya ganun, magbabay siya. Okay? Ganyan yung movement ng trend up. Okay? Now, pag mahina si euro compared to USD, baka may nangyayari hindi maganda on a certain country, may mga issues, tumataas si USD. Ang nangyayari sa market na nakikita niya is downtrend siya. Okay? Kaya maakyat, bumababa. Yun yung reason doon. Okay? Now, also, same thing. What's happening with Philippines right now? It's really sad, but at the same time, para ma-idea lang kayo. Kaya tumataas yung USD. Malaki yung conversion kasi humihina si peso. Now, as an OFW, I know we are happy, no? Kasi malaki yung palitan. Alam ko yan kasi tatay ko OFW. However, did you know may impact yan sa country natin. Kaya tumataas yung conversion kasi sobrang hina ng economy natin sa Philippines. 'Di ba? So, yun yung understanding nun. Okay? Now, that means, if malakas yung isang certain pair or yung currency na yan, siya yung may hold sa market. Mas mataas yung confidence ng mga traders na okay yung nangyayari on that certain currency or country, no? So, yan siya. Okay? Now, next. Okay, moving forward. Same thing with gold. Okay? Nung tumaas si gold, mababa si USD, nawala yung confidence ng mga investors, ng market, ng mga tao sa USD, especially during the time na hindi na-approve yung budget sa government sa US, ang nangyari doon, naalala niyo, sobrang surge. Pero unti-unti naman, nung bumalik na, naging normal na, naka-recover na si USD, doon naman, maraming nasaktan talaga doon na biglang bumaba si gold. So guys, again, may analysis siya. So you have to be sharp to understand what's going on in the market. Okay? As well as yung pinag-usapan natin, that's more on the fundamental approach. Iba naman yung technical approach kasi may mga patterns, may mga breakouts tayo din na tinitingnan. Okay? Now, next. Ayan, ito para mas maintindihan natin guys ha. Ayan, okay. Now, eto siya. Ito yung base currency. That's always 1. Okay, guys? 1 euro is equivalent to 1.17407 US. Sample lang po, guys, ha? Sample lang to. That time. Okay? Now, makikita nyo, guys, this is the price. Okay? Dito siya. Ito si USD. Okay? Ito always naka-base 1 yan. Okay? Now, ang nangyayari dito, guys, that means, again, 1 euro is equivalent at that time ang price nung nag-move ang market at 1.7407 USD. So, makikita nyo dyan, guys. So, yan yung nangyayari dyan. Okay? Now, moving forward, okay? Ito ma-question, yung mga sell buy, ito yung sa trading view natin, guys, with SMI. Okay? Kaya nakikita nyo. Yan, ito naman si quote currency, which is yan yung price. Okay? So, nakikita nyo, tumataas, bumababa kasi may rason niya. Okay? Now, dagdagan natin yung ideas nyo pa. Bid price, ask price. Okay? Highest price, a buyer is willing to pay for a certain currency, yan po si bid price. And lowest price, seller is willing to accept the currency that is ask price. Okay? Para hindi tayo masyadong, so yan. Ito din guys, sell by, ask and ayan, ito yung bid and ask price, and the difference between that is the spread. Okay? So the difference between the ask and the bid price is the spread, which is dun po kumikita yung mga brokers natin. Okay? The best part about BP Markets is well, sobrang recommendable yung spread niya. Okay? Hindi masyadong mataas. Kasi pag nag-trade kayo guys, tingnan nyo, kung sobrang taas ng spread, ang nangyayari dyan, nag-trade kayo at this price, tingnan nyo, may dagdag pa konti sa price. So, in-input nyo at this price, since mataas yung spread, ang nangyayari, sobrang layo ng position nyo kasi hindi nyo namamalayan yung spread pala ng broker na na-open nyo is sobrang taas. That is why I love what we are doing with BP Markets right now. So far guys, so far naman, sobrang ganda ng services nila. Kaya kuha din nila yung loob namin. Nakikita nyo to, leverage. Okay? Leverage. Ano ba to, coach? Kasi nakikita ko, di ba, dapat yung currency is ganito, yung dapat naka-dollars, dapat yung currency is ganito siya dapat. Guys, si leverage kasi, ang kagandahan niya, it's a tool for us, para siyang multiplier, na kung ganito lang yung amount na kaya mo i-start muna sa capital mo, pwede siyang i-times many ni broker. May option yan, no? 1:100, 1:500, ganyan. However, it's a double-edged sword. Malaki yung pwede mong kitain sa maliit mo na kapital kasi tinaas mo yung leverage mo. Pero pag nakalo ka din, sobrang laki din. Okay? Kasi pag magaling ka na, it can be into your advantage. Okay? Parang ganito. Meron kang kapital na $100. Kasi pwede kang mag-start ng $100. Now, ang ginawa mo is 1:400. Doon, sa in-input mo doon. Sige, 1:100. Ang nangyari doon guys, meron kang trading power na $40,000. Kaya mas lumaki pa. Nanonotice mo, mas malaki yung kita ni ganito. Either malaki yung capital niya, malaki yung lot size niya, or malaki pa talaga din yung leverage niya. Pero guys, that is super high risk. No? You can start with 1:100, medyo mataas na nga yung 1:500. Pero that's a good thing. Okay naman din yun. Okay, 1:500, 1:100, that's good. No? Baka yung iba sa inyo, 1:1,000 agad. Naku po, pag natalo yan, naku, iyak talaga. Okay, now, another terms to remember, stop loss and take profit. Okay, guys, okay, para mas madali nating maintindihan, nagbabay tayo, nagsisell tayo, ang tawag natin dyan, yung pagka-buy natin dyan at pagka-sell natin, yun yung entry. That's where we position our trade. However, yung part na gusto mo na siyang i-take profit, no? Ito lang yung nakaset na price. Pag na-hit to, exit na ako agad sa market. So, ano yung nangyayari? Okay? Automatic, kino-close na yung trade, nakakatulog ka na ng maayos. Okay? Another thing to really remind yourself is to put stop loss. Okay? I-clarify ko lang to. Sa scalping kasi guys, most of the time, hindi tayo naglalagay ng stop loss. Kasi bakit? Sobrang madalian. Seconds lang yan, hindi mo na ito malalagyan. Kasi ikaw personally mag-close ng trade. Okay? Not unless it takes for your trade to be 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, doon ka naglalagay ng stop loss. Ano yung stop loss? Sa actual analysis mo, it will go against your forecast. At least, alam mo sa sarili mo, computed mo na hanggang dito ka lang. Ito yung dapat mong gawin para hindi mo siya nagiging sugal. May limit ka na panalo, may limit ka din na talo. Okay? Calculated mo dapat yan. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Pag naipit yung trade mo, 5 to 10 minutes ka lang, hindi ka nag-cut loss. Sige, hinintay mo talaga mag-reverse yung market. I don't know, confident ka, okay lang. Pero at that time, hindi nakatulog ka. Nako, huwag mong gawin yun. Ubus yung pera mo dyan. Or, nag-set ka ng trade, tinawag ka ng amo mo, pinabili ka ng ganito, pinagluto ka. Pag ganun, bago ka umalis, kasi naipit yung trade mo, maglagay ka ng stop loss. In anything, maglagay ka ng stop loss. Kung hindi mo man lagyan ng stop loss lang, ng stop loss yan, make sure to cut loss. What's the difference between stop loss and cut loss? Si cut loss, guys, hindi niya pa na-reach yung stop loss mo. Or na-reach na yung stop loss mo, ikaw na yung magka-cut. Ikaw na mismo mag-i-exit ng trade, talo na ako. And I have to accept that. Si stop loss naman is mano-mano mo siyang ilalagay, i-input yung price na yan, na kahit tulog ka, pag natalo ka na at that certain amount, okay ka na. Kasi ikaw personally, tanggap mo na yung talo mo or yung panalo mo. Okay? Kasi nga, again guys, the market moves. Okay? Ayan, yan yung nangyari. Natulugan. Buti na lang may SL, di ba? So yun, it's a lifesaver. Sobrang laking tulong yan. So don't ever forget this, guys. Napaka-importante. Okay? Are we clear on this? Okay. Now, ayan, nakita niyo yan, guys. Okay, dito sa ano natin, SMI din natin, ayan. It gives you an idea where to entry, when to SL, and TP. Okay? Pero, again, you can monitor, hindi mo kailangan i-hit yung TP and SL na kung okay ka na sa income mo. So, mag-cut ka na din kung okay ka na sa profit mo, wag mo nang i-home run, ano na, tulog ka na. Okay, delete mo na yung MT5 mo kung hindi mo makontrol. Okay, now makikita nyo din later on to, guys. Ito, balance, equity, free margin, margin level, margin, ayan. Para may konting background lang kayo, no? And also credit, no? Makikita nyo din kung naka-3 hat, kung first time yung mag-deposit, eto, makinig kayo. Kung first time yung mag-deposit, make sure na 100% ano yun, later on, i-take advantage yun. $300 to $1,000, okay? Sa mga bago dito, highly suggested later on kung kaya nyo at least $300 to $1,000, mas maganda yun kasi may 100% credits kayo na pwede nyo i-trade, okay? So, si balance, guys, ano yung purpose niya, okay? Ito yung kabuuan ng pera mo. Total money mo excluding the open trades. Okay? So, klaro tayo dyan. Si equity naman, guys, no? Ito yung balance plus minus ng current trades mo. Okay? Balance plus or minus your current open profit or loss. So, kung meron ka pang floating dyan, no? Meron ka pang floating, mababa yung equity mo. Yun mo, pag panalo ka naman, magtataka ka mataas yung equity mo kasi hindi mo pa naku-close yan. Ibig sabihin, may floating trades ka pa dyan. Si free margin naman, guys, ito yung pera na natira na pwede mo pang gamitin mag-open ng another trade. Okay? So, galing ito sa equity mo, bawas lang yung margin mo na nakalak para sa open trades mo. Okay? Now, sa margin level, ito na yung pag-usapan natin. Usually, guys, depende sa broker naman pero ang formula talaga is kung yung margin level mo is 100%, okay pa yun. Okay? Pero pag bumagsak na yan sa 100%, pwede ka nang, isa to sa kinakatakutan natin pag may mag-email sa'yo from BT Markets na, margin call na yung broker mo. Ay, yung account mo. Nag-margin call na siya. That means, it gives you an idea, para siyang health bar. Kung yung laptop mo, yung cellphone mo, meron siyang battery bar o health bar dyan, ito din yung sa trades mo. Kung okay pa ba yung level. Kasi katulad nito, sobrang laki pa, pwede ka pang mag-open ng different trades. Pero pag sobrang baba na nito, that means your floating trade. MJ, yung floating trade ko, negative, sobrang negative na. Mako-close ba to? Mauubos ba to? Kahit hindi ko i-cut loss? Yes. Kasi bakit? May limit yan. Automatic yan nag-close. Si broker na mismo mag-close ng trade mo pag sobrang liit na lang ng margin level mo. Okay? Kaya wag kang very confident na ilalaban ko pa to. Hindi po automatic mag-close yan. Mauubos, ma-wipe out yan. Kaya protection is first beyond profit. Kung pwede mo nang i-cut loss, okay lang matalo ka ngayon. Basta i-save mo muna yung capital mo. Bawi na lang tayo bukas o kinabukasan. Okay? Makikita mo yung word na margin call na kinakatakutan na natin yan. Okay? Now, margin naman, guys, is the money. Okay? Ito yung pera na nakalak sa broker mo for security deposit nila. Para manatili sa trades. Okay? Para hanggat hindi ito nawawala, guys, okay? Guys, hanggat hindi ito nawawala, yung trade mo is bukas pa. Okay? Now, I hope oh, mag-trade ako ng $50, $50 din ba yung papanalunin ko? Hindi po siya ganun. It is measured through pip or pips, which is percentage in point. Okay? So, this is how you calculate the difference sa kita mo, no? Sa mga spread, ganyan. So, ganun siya. Okay? Now, bakit siya importante? Simply because, pag swap-free STP, guys, okay, wala masyadong mga fees. Okay? Now, guys, ulitin ko lang. Okay, si PIP, guys, it's way for us to measure our trades, no? Yung stop loss, yung take profit, yung income mo, yung losses mo. Okay? So, that's how Forex market works. PIP yung ginagamit natin on PIPs. Okay? Another thing, also, lot sizes. By the way, guys, eto, every movement nito, yan, 1.7, that's called PIP. Every movement ng price, PIP. Okay? Now, eto, moving forward. This is how we, this is how we compute. Okay, yung pinaka-last, 6 number, huwag nyo nang i-mind yan masyado. That is a pipet. Okay, pero yung first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ito yung pinaka-valuable na numbers. Ulitin ko lang, first 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now, eto siya guys, this is 1 pip, 10 pips, 100, 1,000, 10,000 pips. So, every movement niyan, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Okay, kaya kung makikita niyo dito guys, sa ones, naging 7 siya, 7 pips siya. Sa tens na place, 9 siya, kaya 90 pips. Sa 100s na place is 202, that's why 200 pips. Ito, 1,000, 10,000. Okay, are we clear? Okay, moving forward, another example. I have a question later on for you guys, 1.19461. Okay? Now, eto, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Eto, on the one place, ones place, 6. Eto, tens, di ba? 4 times 10, 40. On the 100s, 9 times 100, 900. 1 times, 1,000 times 1, 1,000. On the 10,000 place, 1 times 10,000 is 10,000. Okay? Now, moving forward, I have a question for you. 3 answers. Ito lang guys, pang ng brain cells natin para hindi tayo makatulog. This is the original price. This is the new price. 3 answers dyan. Ito, ilang pips ng movement nito, ilang pips ng movement nito, ilang pips ng movement nito. Sige nga, from 1.0910 to 1.920, magkano, ilang pips? 3 answers. So, ayan. So, dito guys, una is 10 pips. Kasi bakit? Kung nakikita nyo yung movement from 1, no? From 1, naging 2. And this is on, di ba? The 10th place. 1s, 10s, 100s, 1,000s, 10,000s. Okay? So, yung movement from 1, naging 2. So, nadagdagan ng 1 sa 10th place. So, 10 pips. Ito naman, yung 6, naging 7 sa 100 na place, 100 pips. From here, 0 sa 1's place, naging 3. So, 3 pips. Okay? So, yan. Okay? I hope you are learning on how to compute on pips. Okay? Now, sa lot sizes naman, sa standard lot, sa mini lot, and sa micro lot. So, sa standard lot, 1 lot, every movement ng pip niyan is $10. Pag mini lot, 0.1, $1. Pag micro lot is 0.10, 0.01. Now guys, you have to remember, para hindi ka na malito, pag $1,000 pababa, yung capital mo, always do the micro lot, 0.01. Para maliit lang yung movement. Okay? Para hindi ka masyadong masaktan. Now, i-combine natin si lot size at si pips. Pero guys, there's difference on, baka sa US30, magtaka kayo, MJ, ang laki ng gold and between US30 kasi iba po ang volume ni US30. Naka-contracts kasi si indices. So, iba siya. Magtataka ka, ang laki ng kinita ko when it comes to one standard lot size sa gold, iba kay US30 kasi iba yung pag-fill up niya sa volume niya at sa contracts niya. Depende din yan sa broker, pero almost the same naman sa broker guys, pero iba yung calculation sa kanya. Okay? So, huwag kayong magtaka. However, ayan, compute tayo guys, paganahin natin yung mga brain cells natin. Okay, if the original price is at 1.0940, And the new price is 1.0970. Tapos yung lot size na nilagay dyan is 1. How many pips is the movement and magkano yung profit? Dalawa yung answer. Ilan yung movement? Sige, tingnan natin. 1,000, 10,000, 1,000, 110. So, magkano? So, dito from 4 naging 7. Ayan. Sige nga. And magkano yung profit? Kasi, di ba, yung lot size natin, guys, is 1. Kung gold, assuming to, $10 yung movement. So, how many pips? 30 pips. And, ano nangyari, guys? 30 pips times 1 lot size, is that's $300. Ito yung assignment, guys. Assignment to ni Coach Nars last week. I just wanna remind everyone na dito. Last na lang to, guys. No? Before we start, I challenge everyone na sana meron na tayong demo account na connected na sa MP5, no? How do you do that? Get the links, get the video instruction from your coaches. May specific link at may specific video instructions tayo for you to avail the bonuses as well and para connected kayo sa atin. Ulitin ko lang, pagkatapos yung mag-fill up nito, huwag niyong i-refresh. Again, pag mag-fill up kayo, huwag niyong i-refresh. Huwag niyong matagal mag-fill up. I-fill up nyo na agad and as soon as you are done, give the email register there sa coaches nyo para ma-double check namin on our end na connected kayo sa community natin. Kasi para soon, if may mga challenges mag-arise, hindi tayo mahihirapan kasi meron tayong dedicated account manager. Again, ulitin ko lang, anong advantage nung connected kayo sa community? Meron tayong dedicated account manager that can help us na ma-expedite yung mga processes na kung na-experience mo sa ibang broker, email ka lang, katagal ng proseso. Dito guys, at least may someone tayo from the back end. Okay. For those who are done, very good. Make sure that you are connected. If not, ask your coaches kung hindi na connect, ano yung gagawin next. Kasi madali lang naman yan. Okay? Alright. Very good. Now, last thing. Just wanna remind you guys. Words may inspire, but only action creates change. Guys, nagbayad kayo, nag-enroll kayo, you made a commitment, nasa live kayo, but guys, hindi pwede na-inspire ka lang. Hindi the best way to thank Coach Nars and the other coaches that you have here for sharing this value is to really see you doing action. Na yung assignment mo, ginagawa mo talaga, hindi yung tipong, dito kasi guys, sa Forex, hindi siya yung tipong, alam mo yun, yung mano-mano na, ito gawin mo, ito gawin mo, ito gawin mo. Hindi pwede yung coach mo na 24 hours na andyan kasi we do not offer one-on-one coaching. Ang ino-offer natin group coaching. Kasi hindi mo talaga maaalala yan kung hindi mo susundan ang videos, hindi mo gagawin i-execute. Execution is the key to learning even tumatak sa'yo pag in-execute mo. And guys, challenge ko lang. Let's have the character of being accountable. Paano? Bago ka magtanong, alamin mo muna. Huwag nating gawing culture sa community natin na spoon feeding ba? Na hindi mo pa nga tinitingnan yung video, nagtatanong ka na dun sa GC or nangungulit ka na sa ibang classmate mo o coaches mo, when in fact, we are giving everything step by step. Kung hindi mo naintindihan, ulitin mo. Kung hindi pa talaga, ulitin mo. Pero coach, dumating yung time, hindi mo talaga kaya ayusin yung isang bagay, dun ka na magtanong, coach, tiningnan ko na talaga once, twice, pero hindi ko pa din na-gets yung part na to. Pwede ko bang itanong to sa'yo, sendan mo ng screenshot, sendan mo ng screen recording yung coaches mo. We appreciate if you do that. Kasi sobrang dami nyo, guys. Imagine nyo, tatawagan nyo kami 24 hours na ko. We cannot do that. Okay? We wanna give you quality trainings, no? In as much, pag-usapan natin, matuto kayong paano mag-screen recording. Kasi malaking tulong yun. Makikita namin, okay, saan to nagkamali? Okay, dito. Pero guys, let's take accountability na we do our part. Do your part. Favor namin. Kasi hindi siya mag-work yung tipong ano guys, hindi siya mag-work yung tipong, coach, paano to? Coach, paano to? Coach, paano to? Naku, hindi tayo spoon feeding. Okay? Lagi naka-screen recording. Guys, I tell you, bakit hindi natin ginagawa yan? Simply because masasanay kayo dyan. Ikaw yung nagtitrade. Alam na naman yung coach mo. Oh, coach, ang gagawin ko ito? Naku, magiging coach dependent ka. Instead, nag-commit ka na maging self-dependent ka, matuto ka, ano nangyari, ibigay mo sa ibang tao. Again, your success in this, guys, hindi sa tao, hindi sa coach mo, hindi sa kaklase mo, hindi kay Abdallah. At the end of the day, it will go back to you. Be accountable. Okay? Mas gusto natin yung community natin independently growing na natututo, and we love students na alam namin ginagawa yung best nila, then later on na nagtatanong kasi they've done their part already. Is it okay with you guys? Okay lang ba tayo na ganun tayo? Kasi napapractice natin yung critical thinking natin, at mas nade-develop natin yung character and how we analyze the math. Okay? Now, thank you so much. I hope to see you next Saturday kasi ang topic natin dyan is execution. Market execution. Okay? Doon na kayo magbabay, magsisell, stop loss. Ang pangit naman kung andun ka na sa topic na yun, tapos hindi mo masyadong maintindihan kasi wala ka pang ginawa sa assignment. Okay? So guys, thank you so much, and I hope lahat ng andito natuto. Okay. Thank you so much everyone. Have a good day. Ingat kayo. God bless guys.